Hey, wonderful friends, first things first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. In a grand and exhilarating fashion, let me commence this review with a resounding cautionary note. I shall dedicate a considerable amount of time delving into a divergent game. This is not my customary practice, but as the vibrant screenshots may have divulged, Infinite is undeniably constructed upon the formidable foundation of Stellaris, adorned with appropriately Star Trek-infused twists. Picture it as Napoleon, Total War to Stellaris' empire. Total War, a more concentrated and narrative-driven offshoot emanating from the vast and sprawling realm of its predecessor. Immersed firmly within the next generation Deep Space Nine era, initiating with the Romulan assault on Khitomer, where the illustrious Worf's kin met their tragic demise. Infinite portrays the Federation, Klingons, Romulans, and Cardassians as four colossal superpowers perpetually embroiled in fierce competition. In my personal odyssey, a pivotal decision forged a closer bond between the Federation and the Klingons, prompting an immediate retaliatory counter-alliance by the Romulans and Cardassians to neutralize what they perceived as an impending threat. Unlike the capricious nature of Stellaris, Infinite exhibits a semi-random disposition. The four majestic powers collide in the heart of the galactic map, their convergence following a similar pattern with each playthrough, while the rest of the cosmos teems with minor powers scattered haphazardly. Thus, a quintessential Federation member, such as Trill, may conceivably materialize on the farthest reaches of the galaxy, only to find themselves besieged by the Romulans. It bears a semblance to joining a Stellaris game when the grand power blocks have already coalesced well into its unfolding narrative. For the most part, this approach functions rather remarkably, although certain peculiarities arise. For instance, while playing as the Federation, I was unexpectedly prompted to colonize the uninhabited planet of Denobula. I understand, nimble giant, the desire to occasionally disregard the existence of Enterprise. Now brace yourself for the delightful tidings. Star Trek, Infinite flawlessly encapsulates the essence of the Federation's noble aspirations in a manner that Stellaris never quite achieved. Here, expansion through diplomacy is an authentic possibility, as one may artfully court minor species, gradually enticing them to join their noble cause. The other playable factions possess their own unique spin on this approach, with the Romulans establishing puppet governments and the Cardassians employing a system akin to Stellaris' overlord mechanism. As for the Klingons, subtlety eludes them as they unabashedly embark on a path of invasion. One of the most notable departures from Stellaris lies in the introduction of a narrative structure to the game, a captivating branching mission tree, where objectives ranging from the enthralling persuade Bajor to join the Federation, to the mundane survey 10 systems, trigger an array of events. Some of these events follow the time-honored Trek storylines, while others present compelling what-if scenarios, such as the reunification of the Romulans and Vulcans. These events not only offer rewards, but also shape your playstyle, and I must confess, I derived immense pleasure from their execution. Among the many captivating mission chains, one stands out, the Enterprise itself. Upon its completion, a versatile jack-of-all-trades supership is bestowed upon you, capable of excelling in the realms of science, warfare, and diplomacy with equal aplomb. Dispatching the Enterprise to undertake various tasks rewards you with crew members hailing from the next generation, who may grant you generic Empire bonuses or even manifest as recruitable leaders. Other renowned characters from the vast Trek universe can also emerge organically, leading to extraordinary scenarios where the valiant Enterprise valiantly holds the line against an indomitable Borg sphere, only to be rescued by Benjamin Sisko commanding a fleet of Voyagers. Now, permit me to address the proverbial targ in the room. Stellaris indeed boasts a Star Trek mode beckoning the question, why should one spend their hard-earned credits on a game when a mod is readily available, free of charge? Well, Stellaris' New Horizons mod presents an expansive epic, encompassing the entirety of Star Trek history and featuring every faction in the galaxy. However, Infinite wisely focuses on the Alpha and Beta quadrants during the Next Generation era, and I dare say it is better off for it. This means that the Borg, for instance, embody the terrifying enigma they are in the show, rather than being reduced to yet another player faction. Paradoxically, Infinite also emerges as the more economical choice for those who have yet to assemble a complete collection of Stellaris DLC. One aspect where Infinite should undoubtedly shine, surpassing any mod, is in its polish. While it does exhibit fewer rough edges than New Horizons, it must be acknowledged that there are still more issues present at launch than one would expect. Imagine an egregiously unsilent notification for a silent alarm, or the peculiar bug that incessantly proclaimed the demise of a character every 5 minutes, or the time when I found myself graced with the presence of 2 Rikers. Although, to be fair, the latter occurrence did transpire in the show as well. It is these quirks and certain direct ports from Stellaris that render Infinite somewhat incomplete. I do not object to Nimble Giant's decision to retain the planet-building interface, but it feels somewhat incongruous to find myself trading energy credits for alloys as a federation renowned for its post-capitalist ideals. Moreover, the dearth of interactions with pre-FTL civilizations disappoints. For a prime directive dilemma or two would have been a welcome addition. In the end, I ceased my expedition well before the victory conditions were met. But this is a sentiment I often share with Stellaris, a game that has consumed hundreds of my hours. Nevertheless, as I approach the conclusion of this review, I pose a question to myself. Do I still yearn to immerse myself in this game further, now that the allure of monetary compensation has faded? And resoundingly, the answer echoes through my being, yes. I harbour a genuine desire to embark upon the path of the reunification story arc, to witness if I can successfully evacuate the Romulans before their sun inexorably succumbs to a cataclysmic fate. My sincerest apologies, dear Romulans. And most importantly, to acquire the illustrious Enterprise E before the venerable Jean-Luc Picard succumbs to the ravages of old age. While I refrain from appraising games based on their potential, I fervently hope that Infinite garners the same level of post-release support as its illustrious sibling, Stellaris. Witnessing the growth and mutual influence between these two games over the years would be an enthralling prospect. Indeed. The best of both worlds. A tantalizing vision that beckons like a captivating siren song.